Zainab was a young woman struggling to balance the demands of her busy life. She worked long hours in her job, took care of her family, and tried to keep up with her own personal goals. Yet, despite her best efforts, she often felt overwhelmed. It seemed as though, no matter how hard she worked, there was always more to do, and she couldn't catch up. Each day, she would finish her tasks, only to find new ones piling up. It was exhausting, and she felt as if she was falling behind. One evening, after another long day of running errands and meetings, Zainab sat alone in her room, scrolling through her phone. She saw friends, colleagues, and strangers all posting about their perfect lives. They seemed to have everything: success, happiness, and time to relax. Zainab, on the other hand, felt like she was constantly running in place, accomplishing less despite all her hard work. Her heart sank. She began to wonder if she was doing enough and what was wrong with her. Her mother, noticing her distress, knocked softly on the door and entered. "My dear, you look troubled. What's on your mind?" she asked gently. Zainab sighed deeply and shared her worries with her mother. She told her how, despite doing everything she could, she always felt like she was not enough. She was tired of comparing herself to others who seemed so successful and content. "I work so hard, yet I still feel like I'm not where I should be," Zainab confessed. Her mother listened carefully, then smiled warmly. "Let me remind you of something important, my dear," she began. "Even the greatest of people, like Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, faced trials. He was sent to guide people, but many rejected his message. He went through hardships that we can't even imagine. Yet, through all that, he remained patient and faithful, teaching us that success isn't measured by what others have or by what we achieve compared to them." Zainab listened closely, intrigued by her mother's words. Her mother continued, "Allah, in His wisdom, gives us tests, but He also gives us strength to overcome them. And the Qur'an reminds us of this in Surah At-Talaq. And whoever fears Allah, He will make a way for him to get out from every difficulty, and He will provide him from where he does not expect." 65, 2-3. You must trust that every challenge you face is an opportunity for growth. Allah is with you, and He will guide you even when it feels hard. Zainab thought deeply about what her mother had said. She realized that her stress and frustration were coming from constantly comparing her journey to others. She hadn't been taking the time to reflect on her own blessings, her health, her family, and the ability to work hard and make a difference in her life. That evening, after her mother left, Zainab sat in quiet reflection. She opened the Qur'an and read the verse her mother had shared. Slowly, she began to feel a sense of calm wash over her. She realized that success wasn't about keeping up with the world or meeting others' expectations. It was about fulfilling her own responsibilities with sincerity, trusting that Allah was guiding her steps, and being grateful for the blessings she already had. From that day forward, Zainab no longer felt the need to compare herself to others. She embraced the pace of her own life and began to focus more on her intentions and her relationship with Allah. Each challenge became an opportunity to grow, and every small act of kindness and effort she made was seen by Allah, which gave her peace. She no longer felt burdened by the weight of her expectations and learned that true success was not about speed, but about sincerity and trust in Allah's plan.